Hey, what's going on, everybody? Blaze here, coming at you with another Naruto Shinobi collection video. Alright, this time I'm going to be talking about why I think the Godslayer Khaki is better. I saw a comment or two talking about which one they thought was better, and they said the Godly one was better, so it kind of made me think maybe I should make a video on which one I think is better. What really kind of spurred this video was the homie Thermonuclear kind of told me that he thought the Godly one was better, and that he thought the Godly one was better because he had the high chance to insta-kill with the second skill, and if it gets removed, you could kill the enemy. So let's go back and read what they do, and then we'll talk about why I think this one is better. I guess I'll bring up points while I'm reading. Her first skill, deal 3% plus 999,999 to all enemies. Chance to insta-kill God enemies, which you'll pretty much be running up against a lot. Enemy chakra minus 100% if there's a terrain up, always hit. Speaking of always, if there's a terrain up, when we come over to her leader skill, well, first of all, if there's a terrain up, I think it just says if it's a terrain up. That doesn't mean it has to be her terrain, or it doesn't have to be her terrain. It could be the enemy terrain or her terrain. It really doesn't matter. So she drops the enemy's chakra by 100, which is a significant amount. And when you come over to her leader skill, it says chance to change the terrain to Goddess Second Coming if there's a God enemy. You pretty much run into God enemies at this point in the game a lot. Like, I remember a point in time where it was rare to see a God, or you only at least had one on the team. Now everybody's running full teams, especially with the Kizuna units out being 0 cost. Yeah, people are running full gods on teams now, so I think you're pretty much going to be running into gods more frequently. So the fact that she can activate her terrain as soon as a god comes up, because let's be honest, you're probably going to run into some god Narutos. You're going to run into maybe the other god lead Kaguya. You're probably going to run into that god lead Itachi. You might run into God Kushina. You might run into a God Minato. You're gonna run into some God enemies at some point in the game. So the fact that you can use this leader skill to swap up the terrain and already put an enemy at a disadvantage with dropping their chakra by 100 is a pretty monstrous amount. Now, speaking of the terrain, let's jump over to the terrain. Her second skill is own skill damage plus 100%, chance for speed plus 666% for one turn, change the terrain to Goddess Second Coming, enemy low chance to insta kill when attacked. So whenever she's pretty much attacked, I think it says enemy. I think it's for the enemies, like it's low chance to get insta kill when attacked. HP, chakra, attack, and defense and speed. And skill damage minus 15% per turn. The max is 660%, and it's a terrain lock. A terrain lock is very, very powerful. Only a few characters have it. I think version 1 Godly Sakura has it. Who else has a terrain lock? I think the version 2 Godslayer Madara 6 Pass 1, he has a terrain lock, and I think this Kage has a terrain lock. I can't remember if any other units have a terrain lock. Let me know in the comment section below, but I think those are the only 3 that have a terrain lock. And so a terrain lock is very powerful because you can't change it, you can't do anything about it. So if you start the battle with... It's so, like, look at that. Look at the combination. Just look at this for a second, guys. A terrain lock. That right there says it all right there. Like, chance to change the terrain to Goddess Second Coming if there's a god enemy. I think you're gonna see that a lot. Like, it's a similar leader skill to the Godslayer Itachi, who has who can change the terrain with his leader skill. Let me go over to him. Let me see. Can I scroll up here? Or is the computer just gonna be a fucking dick? I think he has that exact same leader skill where he changes the terrain to his terrain with his leader skill. I'm pretty sure he does. I'm like a 95% sure he does the exact same. Now, fuck a 95. I'm 100% sure. Let me see this. Okay, yep, it's in his ability 1. High chance to change the terrain to dominating world at the start of battle if there's a god enemy. So he has pretty much the same thing, except he has high chance and she has chance. So it's a lesser chance than high chance based off the wording, but it still is a nice chance. And I think you could pretty much do that right there. And let's be honest, this is not like a PvP multiplayer game, so I mean you could quit out of it and then jump back into it until you got what you wanted if you so felt inclined like that. And since the beginning of the battle, who really cares? It's not like you're in the middle and you want to stop in the middle of the way, you can finish it. No, you could just quit out in the beginning if it doesn't get what you wanted. So I mean, once you get this terrain changed, you pretty much activate your terrain lock. And once your terrain lock is active, let's go back and look at it. It says low chance to insta kill when attacked, high chance, HP, chakra, attack, defense, and speed, and skill damage minus about 15% per turn. So you'll continuously drop their shit all the way to 660%, which is a monstrous amount. you are going to slap them. And keep in mind though, because you're probably going to still be attacking, so you have the chance to insta kill. And enemy chakra minus 100 if the terrain is up, or if there's a terrain up. Period. So even if you don't get this up, if you get somebody else's terrain up and you attack with their terrain up, like Godslayer Naruto would be a perfect example because people still use him a lot and he has a terrain. And his terrain, and since she has, let's come back over here, terrain immunity, she won't be affected by anybody's terrain, like Godslayer Sasuke or the Godslayer Naruto. She won't be affected by the terrain. So pretty much if she has a terrain immunity, she'll just be attacking. She'll drop your chakra by 100. So and she has a chance to insta kill on gods. So the fact that you have your chakra reduced by 100 and you're going to be constantly getting attacked, I think, and she has terrain immunity, so she's not going to have her speed dropped. I think that's going to put you at another major disadvantage right there because you're constantly just be killing her. Also, with the terrain lock, if you change the terrain and you're going up against the Godslayer Naruto's ability, one of his abilities is when he dies, he changes the terrain to his terrain state. But since it's a terrain lock, that won't happen, so that kind of, kicks that ability's ass because he can't really use it. Also, when we come to her first ability, if there's a god or a god killer, grant the disable terrain effect to party and disable positive god state and positive special state to all enemies. It says grant the disable terrain effect. So wait, does she disable terrains that are currently active if there's a god or a god killer? Because it says disable terrain effect. Are you serious? Let me go back and look at this, because like when you reread it again, you kind of just like realize shit differently. So the fact that if she can disable terrain, if there's another chance, if there's a god or god killer enemy, disable terrain. No, it says if there, so it's guaranteed pretty much. She'll disable the terrain effect to party. So pretty much the terrain effect won't work on them, effect to party, and disable positive god states and positive special states to all enemies. Jesus Christ. And then terrain immunity, speed and skill if there's a god enemy. And then type advantage. And then her gear is 3 turns high chance for negative special state immunity. 3 turns high chance for terrain immunity. Why would you need this? I mean, I guess that's for the god lead one. But yeah, I guess that's for the god lead one because you really won't need this. Why would you need this? It's 2. Oh yeah, they're 2 resistance. Okay, he's just putting up the gears. Okay, cool. I was looking like, what the fuck? I was confused for a second. Like, wait, why would you need this? It's in her fucking ability. It says terrain immunity right here. Why would you need this? It's for 3 turns high chance. No, that's for the godly one. Speaking of the godly one, let's come back over to her, who has beautiful art. 3% plus 999,999 to all enemies. Deal 3 additional attacks, dealing 3% plus 233,000. Oh my god, these fucking 3s to a random enemy. Deal 6 times or 66 times damage to enemies inflicted with the God Byakugan God state. Always hit. On the God Byakugan God state, deal 666,666 to fix damage to all enemies. Chance to inflict the God Byakugan God state. Speed and skill damage minus 66 and a skip. So that's nice that she has the skip. That is a very good ability. But if Kaguya gets her shit off and slows her down, she won't have a chance to really get this off. Guaranteed inflict God Byakugan God state to a random enemy. See, this is, I mean, it's a chance, but it's a random enemy too. Like, even though Kaguya shit is a chance, even if you don't get her shit off, like I said, you can restart if you want to. If another enemy puts a terrain up, they get their chakra dropped by 100 when she attacks. She has terrain immunity, so you really even have to worry about her being hurt by the immunity. And she has a disabled terrain effect to the party. So even if you didn't get her terrain and you got this shit, it just be, I don't know. And then remove an immune to positive special state in the positive state. Deal 7% plus 233,000 to all allies per turn. High chance to insta kill when this god state is removed. So she puts the God Byakugan God state to a random enemy. It doesn't say all random. It doesn't say all allies. It's just a random enemy. So the way I was factoring or thinking about it was if you took like the third Hokage who just there to die, his whole purpose is to fucking die. So if he got hit, that nigga just there to die. Fucking die. Oh my god. If you just put this state on him and then he dies, you just jutsu sealed yourself. So like, I mean, let me see something. Remove an immunopositive special state and god states. Okay. But he puts it on a random enemy, so when you die, it goes away. It doesn't go to anybody else. It says in the God Byakugan, remove an immune of positive special state and positive God state. So like, when you die, can't you just hit Can't you just hit somebody with it? That's crazy. And then it says high chance to insta kill itself when this God state is removed. So since it's only on a random enemy, and if it's removed in any way, thermonuclear cleared that up for me. If it's removed in any way, even if you remove it yourself, you would kill the person it's on. So I guess that could be a dicey situation if you had to put on a character you actually cared about. But on the flip side, you allow someone to bring up the fact that if you don't get it off on somebody you care about, or you get it on somebody like Third Hokage, who's there just there to die, you would just jutsu shield yourself, and you would fuck yourself in the end, because once he's gone, this God Byakugan God state will pretty much go with it, because like it says, it doesn't hit everybody. I don't know. It says deal 333,000 to all allies per turn. So I mean, once he dies, and you already have him at low HP, so once he kicks the bucket, I mean, you're gonna get hit with that. And then the leader skill is none type cast speed +1, 3 turn speed +33 and 33%. That's not bad. And then the ability 1, of course, is probably my favorite part about her. Chance to first strike, increased chance if there's a Naruto or Sasuke enemy, revive +1. That ability right there is very powerful, because the Kizuna, Naruto, and Sasuke, pretty much any God Leader, God Slayer, Naruto, or Sasuke, which you're probably going to run up, and not even the 90 cost Narutos and Sasuke's. There can just be some basic Narutos and Sasuke's you run up against. You're going to run up against them. So you already gave her the chance for a first strike, which is, I don't know, because I want to say, like, if you got this off, once again, you would probably kill somebody. You might skip too, but you might kill the Third Hokage if somebody took it, or you might kill somebody who doesn't really matter. And then with this, she hits hard as shit, so she might kill this Kaguya if you take a Naruto or Sasuke with you. So I wouldn't recommend taking a Naruto or Sasuke. But just to say you're not going to take a God or a God killer, I don't think is an option a lot of people have or even want to say or even want to do. I'm pretty sure most people already have at least one God or God killer on their team, so that's not really something they're going to go up have to really do against. And then and it says damage cut against red typing, so she's going to be damage cut because of her red typing, but she hits extremely fucking hard, so I don't even with the damage cut by 50, what does it say, by 50, type advantage and damage cut by 50%, so if you reduce this by 50%, I think that's still a fucking lot. Because that's almost $1 billion. So, I mean, even if you reduce that by half, I think that's still a lot. So that's my only problem right there. Like, this Kaguya debuffs by like crazy, and she's fast, so it's like she can probably outspeed this one. Like, this one can outdamage. It's almost like this one is, the God Slayer one is faster, but the God Lead one hits harder. It's kind of like an example of someone who's faster, but someone who's stronger. And if the one who's stronger catches the speedy one, then they're pretty much fucked. But if the one who's faster can do more damage before this one is, they'll be brought down. So, oh, that's so cool. Look how they transform. Look at that. That's so cool. What was I back? Only God Lead them. And then it says for 3 turns, skill immunity and fixed damage deals 0 damage for 1 turn. Shall cost set to 0. Type advantage. The ability 2 is cool, but the problem is it says for 3 turns high chance. No, that's not a problem. Let me say it right. That's not a problem. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. For 3 turns high chance for terrain immunity. So you would give her terrain immunity for 3 turns, and for 3 turns she has skill immunity and fixed damage immunity and deals 0 damage. So you couldn't hurt her, but you could debuff her to the point where she wouldn't be able to move. That would be interesting right there. And also, if she's not able to move or she's slowed down too much, this Kaguya could come up behind her and pretty much insta-kill her, because she is a god enemy. So if you attacked with her enough, I'm pretty sure eventually you either kill her or you would just insta-kill her. So it's that you have to deal with too. And then also it says when you get her second skill off in her terrain, it says enemy low chance to insta-kill when attacked. So, I mean, she has 2 insta-kills built into hers. Like, this one only has, like, hits hard, but her insta-kill is more than the second skill. This one has an insta-kill up top and on the bottom. So, I gotta say the God Killer one takes it in my book. Like, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I honestly think the God Slayer one takes it. Like it would be high difficulty probably, or maybe mid, but I think the Godslayer one is better in my opinion. That's why I'm going for her. I got 30 stones for 3v3 today, so I will be going back in on her banner. I'll probably do the next 40 step, and then wait the rest of the time out to see if they're gonna give us some more stones. Because it's still 5th Annie going on, they might give us another 50 stones, and if they do, that'll be perfect because I can do another multi on the KAGUYA banner. And then I think it's with every 3 multi, so on the 3rd multi, I should be able to get to her at a 5% chance to pull her. So if I can pull her, that would be perfect. But that's going to be it for this video right here, guys. You guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the description box for all my bullshit links. Don't forget to like, comment, share. I already said that. Peace out, y'all.